This is the modern standard for success. We live in a culture of aggressive hustle, life coaches preaching optimization, and public figures broadcasting their moral victories through a megaphone. According to one of the most influential philosophical texts in history, this hyper-visible hustle is a sign of advanced systemic decay. This stone statue depicts Laozi, the traditional author of the Tao Te Ching. Written over 2,000 years ago, the text offers a worldview regarding human behavior that is unapologetically contrarian. We tend to think that when a culture creates strict rules, enforces rigid morality, and demands constant productivity, it is thriving. The Tao Te Ching argues that the moment a society has to enforce these things, it has already lost the way. If people naturally treated each other well, there would be no need to write rulebooks about it. A society that must constantly talk about being good is already deeply sick. Look closely at these ancient characters. They describe a baseline state called the Great Tao, the natural, effortless harmony of the universe. Human panic begins the second this natural baseline is abandoned. A healthy group functions without constant self-analysis. They do not require specific terms like righteousness or filial piety, because cooperation and respect happen naturally, without the need for a label. When the six kinships fall out of harmony, humans panic. We invent moral frameworks like filial piety as a band-aid to hold society together. With unnatural structures in place, wisdom and shrewdness emerge. People gain the rules, leading to great hypocrisy. Forced virtue acts as a cast on a broken leg. It functions as evidence that the underlying injury exists. When a society feels broken, our immediate response is to search for a highly visible leader to fix the mess. Chapter 17 ranks leaders in 4 tiers. At the bottom is the tyrant, who the people despised. The next level relies on fear. The second tier holds the charismatic hero, deemed imperfect because their power depends on the constant praise of the crowd. You can see this historical standard of success in this painting of an ancient emperor. Throughout history, societies have elevated highly visible, adorned rulers as the peak of leadership. The Tao Te Ching identifies an S-tier leader, the invisible ghost. Their influence is so subtle that when the work is done, the people simply say, "We are as we are, of ourselves." Apex leadership establishes a balance so subtle that the leader becomes invisible, and the people believe they are acting entirely of their own accord. Look at this blinding blur of traffic. Chapter 16 suggests that a total lack of stillness leads to wild movements and evil issues. Compare that highway to this dense green canopy. Nature follows an unchanging cycle. Even during this phase of luxuriant growth, there is an underlying order at work. These routes represent the eventual destination of all activity. Every living thing must eventually exhaust its energy and return to its root. This return is the ultimate state of stillness. Mastering it grants a person a grand capacity and forbearance, providing mental endurance against the noise of the world. Aligning with this stillness makes a person heaven-like. It creates a state of endurance that lasts to the end of their bodily life, exempt from the decay that consumes those who struggle too hard. In a world that demands you hustle and broadcast your virtue, the ultimate power move is to recognize the red flags of forced morality and master the art of doing absolutely nothing.